Hey no friends, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to do some fall gnomes. So for my base here, I've made a already. I first applied just a white base coat over all of them. Then for the upper half, I used a stamper and smudged in the blue to give a sky effect. And then for the bottom, I took Maybelline Tropic Talks and just made like, I just used the brush itself and went bloop to make it like a grass effect. So first of all, I'm going to take this plate from Maniology M417. Yes, it's a Christmas plate, but I'm going to make it into like, I'm going to use the gingerbread house and make it like a gnome house. And this is a layering plate. And so first I'm going to take this image and lay it down where I want it. And I'm just going to try to use my nudie color here because when I pick this image up, now of course you can go ahead and lay it down, but I want to color in the roof and the windows. So I'm going to also reverse stamp it at the same time, even though you wouldn't have to. I got too much. I'm just going to lay it where I want it. And the like actual stamping polishes would be more opaque. Since I'm not using a stamping polish, I'm using a regular polish. I'm going to do it twice. Yes, I know that's kind of a waste too, but like I just like to save my stamping polish just for my own nails, as you know, so that's why I do that. Okay, now I'm going to go with this image here. I'm going to use Maniology Straight Up Black. Okay, it looks like this. And it's meant to just go over that image like that. You could use, like white would make it pop or whatever color. But I'm going to, like I said, going to color in the windows and the roof a different color. So I'm going to set this aside to do so. And I'm done with that plate. Now I like to give the images a minute to dry before I start reverse stamping so that I don't smear them. Yeah, I love that plate. They released it last Christmas. It's one of my favorites. Okay, now I'm taking plate M373 and I want to pick up this mushroom here. And I had ordered me some more straight up black because this one's getting low. And it is in that package that I have that's missing. So I really hope it gets here. Okay, so now I'm going to take plate M064. I'm going to use the trees right here. But I'm going to swap colors. And I'm going to go in with Maniology's Cocoa. And I'm going to be going ahead and placing them. And I'm placing them by the little gnome house I have here. And I felt like I had more polish I could put on there. That's why I just double did that. Then you take off the extra bits here real quick. Okay, and a couple of these plates I'll be coming back to. because I'm going to use this plate, also a Christmas plate M168, and these are the gnomes I'm using. So they kind of have some Christmas stuff to them, but I'm going to make them into being fall. And I'm going to pick them up with straight up black, and I'll reverse stamp. Now some of them, like up here, that one's cut off. So I'm going to use the ones that I can. But I'm trying to pick them up individually so that I can make each one the way I want and put it on the way I want. Is it extra? Yes. Is it time consuming? Yeah, but I enjoy it and I want it to be the way I want. And this one's not very, didn't show up good, so I'll redo it again. Okay, I'm going to leave this guy like this. And he's got a Christmas tree, but I'm going to make it into like a fall colored tree. Okay, so like this guy, this side of him is like off the plate. Like he's not on the full image. So what I'll do is color him in, and then I'll put him towards the edge of the nail to where that won't be an issue. Okay, same with this one here. So I'll got them on the same stamper. So I'll probably put them on the same nail and have one on either side. So let me show y'all with this one. I'm just taking off the bits around them I don't want. And he's got a little star, but we can just make it a different color, or you could take the star off if you wanted to. So there's still this one here I may try to get. He's kind of cut off too. This one's not even going to be, I'm not going to get that one because his whole head is not even there. So I may come back to this one in a minute. But I'm going to free me up a stamper real quick because I could pull out some more, but I'm just going to go ahead and reverse stamp this one. So for the windows, I'm going to use Pure Ice and Showstopper. Okay, and I want to make part of the chimney red, so I'm going to use LA Colors in Maryland. Okay, and then the very top part of it, I'm going to make white. I'm just going to use Color Vibe and Whiteout to do that. Now you could just, instead of doing the layered stamp, reverse stamp this whole image if you wanted to. I was kind of looking to see if there's any other part I want to make white. Okay, I'm going to take Hell Cherry from Sally Hansen, and I want to color the bottom part in that color. And also, I think I'm going to try to do this little line right here. Okay, now I think I'm going to do the door in Paparazzi Dandelion Fuzz. Love this color for fall. I had skipped over at one time. I was at CVS and I was like, oh, I should have just got it because I started thinking of different minis I could use it for. So, of course, I had to go back. Now, I was going to do the roof in a dark brown. Now I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to use the same color for the rest of it. And then the actual house itself will be colored in from the layered stamp image. So I don't need to do that. Okay, for this mushroom, I'm going to use the same color for the dots. I'll use a different color for the rest of it. While that part is drying, I'm going to take LA Colors and Energy to color the grass down here. So that it's not the same color as the bottom of the nails. Now for the underneath and the bottom part, I'm going to take Paparazzi Simply Lovely. I'll start it with you and then I'll pause to finish. That way you're not having to wait through a bunch because we got all those little gnomes. Okay, so I'm going to do this color all the way down. I'll be back. Okay, and for the top part, I'm going to take that Hell Cherry color. Okay, so I'll finish this part and come back. Okay, here's our mushroom. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and place our little house over our layered image. Now, when I started to come this way, I could see it lifting a little bit, so I decided to go back down and go this direction. So sometimes just keep that in mind if you have that issue. Okay, and I picked up my last little side gnome here. Really wish they'd have them all on the plate. They do have another plate that has, you can piece together the entire gnomes, but I really like to just pick up an image and reverse stamp it. So I wish they had them all on the plate, but I'm going to work with it. That's okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do for each gnome, go in and color each of their beards in Color Vibe Whiteout, and pretty much just their noses I think is showing. So I'll just use Sally Hansen and Instant Coffee for that. So I'll do those and then come back. Actually, let's do this one together and then I'll do the rest. Okay, now I'll do his little nose. Okay, so I'll do the rest and come back. Okay, and some of them have their little hand showing too, so I did that as well. So for this one, I'm going to make his little outfit orange, so I'm going to use Stardom, LA Colors. So I'll probably do their shoes in a brown. But I'll probably, let me go ahead and match his hat. Okay, I'm going to look at him a second. I'm probably going to use one more color here in a minute. So I'm going to take this color here. It's Maybelline Teal for Two. And I'm going to color that little line right below his little hat area. Okay, let me look at him. Okay, so I'm taking Nudie to do his shoes. And they're very little. Okay, and that little ball he's holding, I'm going to do Color Vibe highlighter. Oh, I got out of the line on this one. So I'm going to try to just push it over a little bit. Okay, like that. And you got to be careful doing that because you can make the image come off too. So here's him. Okay, and this one's one of the half ones. I've already added his shoe color. I'm going to do him in that highlighter color. I can't really even tell what he's doing. Like, they all seem to be holding something, and I can't tell on him what he has. Okay, and I'll do his hat the same. I'm going to take Energy to do the rim of his hat. Now, since he's cut off, I think what'll help bring it together a little bit is adding some white on this side to kind of make it look like part of his beard. Okay, for this one's outfit, I'm going to take LA Colors and go bright. For the rim of his hat, I'm going to take Mermaid Days from Paparazzi. Now I'll also use that for the dots on the tree. And I gotta let that one dry just for a minute before I color in the tree. So then we have this one. Now I think for his hat, I'm gonna use Pure Ice and Showstopper. And since it's got kind of like a swirly look to it, I'm gonna add a different color. I'm trying to decide which color I'm gonna go with, and I'll let you know. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and use the yellow on his outfit and the rim of his hat. Okay, I'm going to use Hell Cherry. I'm just looking. Okay, see a little piece I've missed up here. Okay, and again, I'm trying to make these look more fall themed versus Christmas themed. So for his star, I'm going to use a dark brown, which is Central Bark from Sally Hansen. Again, you could take off the star. I just chose to keep it. I keep tapping it because there's like this one little piece that doesn't want to cover. Let's look at them. All right, back to this one. To make the tree look more fall colored, I'm going to go back to the Paparazzi Dandelion Fuzz. Now the little part you see missing is because of that green. I got over too much, so now you can't see the color. Why'd I call it that? I don't know. The orange color. Okay, so this one has like a box in his hand. So I'm going to use Slick Slate from Sally Hansen. I'm sure he's holding a Christmas gift, but again, we're making it not be, so. Let me look at this one and see what he had. Okay, he's got some boxes too, so let me make one of them this color. I tell you what, sometimes when I get a little bit too much like I did just now on that palette, I will try to get off what I can off my brush and then try to pick up what I can to put it put some back. I know that sounds crazy, but I do sometimes. Okay, for this one down here, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Teal for Two. And for the rim of his, I'll do Dandelion Fuzz. Okay, I'm going to look at this one. Okay, and for this one, I'm going to use Marilyn. He still has a couple boxes for me to color in. For the rim, I'll do Central Bark. This color gives me a hard time. Okay, and I'm going to take Stardom to do the box, or probably both those boxes. That bottom one's little. Okay, I'm going to look at this one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and place a couple. So I'm going to put this mushroom here. I'm going to take this gnome and put him over. He's one of the side ones. Okay, so I've gone and picked up one more mushroom off of plate M393 right here. So I'll reverse stamp that. I'm also going to use plate M022 and I'm going to pick up an acorn. I think I'm going to do this one down here. Okay, so I'm going to take Dandelion Fuzz for this one and do that on the top. Okay, so I'll finish this part and come back. Okay, for the rest of it, I'm going to use Go Bright. Let's look at it. Reminds me of the Flintstones colors. Alright, for our acorn, I'm going to use Nudie. trying to decide if I want to do a different tone on the top. I think I will. I'll use Slick Slate for that part. If I go too dark, then the lines won't show up. Okay, I'm going to add this little gnome. Okay, and I'm going to do this one, and he's going to get the acorn. All right, now this one, I'm going to add this mushroom. Okay, and I'm going to take these guys and try to place one on either side. Okay. All right, now this one I'm going to place over here. Okay, so this is going to take me some time. I'm just going to pick up some random leaves on this plate. I'm kind of wanting like some smaller ones. So say like this size, this whatever, just random ones, and place them around on the nails. So I'm going to start on it and I'll come back. Okay, scratch that. I'm going to plate M023. I want to do the layered one. So I'm going to try Hell Cherry on this piece. So I'm going to just pick it up, get it laid down. Okay, and I'll come back in a minute to do the, excuse me, goodness, to pick up this part of it to lay over it. Okay, I did two of them, two different colors. So I'm going to try to take this, LA Colors Champagne Sapphire. That's an odd name. And place this and try to put it over them and see if they even show up. I may not. It's showing just a little bit. Okay, I know it could be pretty, but let's just do it in acorn, not acorn, cocoa, just so it'll show up. Okay, so I gotta do the other one and I'll be back. Alright, so there's this one. Okay, I'm gonna try this red now. Okay, and I added brown and gold to that one. Okay, and this guy he's got this one. So the layer is right here. So I'm gonna grab that one. I got that one off just a little bit. So all I could need to do is take some of that color and use my brush and just color in that little bits right there, and I'll be back. Okay, just like that. All right, I'm gonna take this one up here. It's gonna go on this one. and its layer is right here. There's also this one over here. Okay, so for the big nail, I took this one and used red and gold. Now I'm on this one, so I'm going to come down and get its layer part. Okay, I'll clean up and be right back. Okay, so here they are, and we got a lot going on here. So this is our fall gnomes. I really like the little cabin gnome house with the bare trees and the little leaves falling. These two were the ones that were part of them were on the side of the image, and so you couldn't get a full thing, so I put them on either side of the mushroom. And this is the same way, he was partially off the plate, so he's on the side of this mushroom. And this one's got his little acorn. Then this one's carrying, he's the one that had the star, and I made it brown with the little leaves falling. Do y'all remember now you'd have to be my age to remember this, the cartoon named them Gnomes, and it was like, they had a fox and they would ride him around to their locations. His name was Swift. I remember that much. Just curious if anybody else remembers that. Let me know. So I think this was my first gnome mani. But they were Christmas gnomes and just made them into fall gnomes. All depends on your coloring, and like the little things that they're holding, you can either make them a fall color or just take that piece off. But I did leave them and just made them fall colors. And I didn't add a sun, just to kind of give it more of a fall effect. So it's really fun. I really hope that you enjoyed this, and I thank you so much for watching. I'll list the plates and any maniology polishes I used in the description box. And until the next one, have a blessed day. Bye.